thank everybody for coming out tonight. Everybody here is awesome. So.
Woo! Oh, you're awesome.
Thank you. She rolls her eyes at me and says, "You burn yourself every time you bake," and I tell her, "That's how I make sure they come out tasting good." No, I don't pour love into my brownies, I pour pain. The kind of pain that comes with effort. Chocolate is defined by its bitterness, not by its sweetness, and I want people to take a bite and say, "Man." This reminds me of the time I scraped my knee on the concrete surface of your undying love. I want someone to take a bite and say, "You remember that time when you were dying of thirst? So I cut myself so that you could drink my tears. The truth is, Mom, I want to be covered in scars, so that my skin looks like the night sky scattered with stars. I want to be able to tell a story. When somebody asks me what happened to my arm, I want to have stories, Mom. And you only get stories by living, and every breath you take is another scar that will never heal, and I don't want to heal. Because healing takes you right back to where you were before, but scars make sure you never forget. You can try to cover up your laugh lines, but they're the most prominent because your skin loves it when you smile. The world loves it when you smile. And I think your laugh lines are pictures on your face of every time you smiled and somebody wasn't around with a camera, and your skin thought, "What a tragedy." My skin scars easily, but that's okay because so did Jesus's. Because even as a goddamn ghost, those holes in his hands didn't go away because he had to prove to everybody that he was real. And I want everybody to know that I'm real. I want people to know that I fall going up the stairs at least 5 times a month. And that when I was little, I ignored the instructions on an ATV that said only one person. And I got on in the back with my dad and burned the back of my foot on the muffler, and I read instructions now. And I burned myself baking about 3 times because I always forget that the tray is hot when you take it out of the oven. And those are things you shouldn't forget, but I do because glass never looks like it's burning unless it's melting. And I think that's the same with people. And I've got scars from touching burning people too, because people never look like they're burning unless they're melting. And I mean melting from their eyes, but I never dared touch anyone while they were melting. So I've just got scars. Superficial scars that won't go away. And my mom keeps telling me to put Mederma on them because that stuff makes scars go away in weeks. It's like a surge and it makes you virgin again. But I don't know that I want that. Because what if our eyes are just scars from the time that curiosity tore our eyelids apart? And what if we use our scars to see? And why would you want to cover them up again? When I was in theater camp sometime around the age of 7, they told us to sit down and close our eyes and try and hear an ocean crashing against rocks, but I was scared to close my eyes. I didn't want the ocean crashing against rocks to make a sound so sweet that I'd never want to open my eyes again, and so I don't want my scars to go away. People only feel uncomfortable in their own skin when their skin is a costume that they try to fit into, but it's too small for their spirit. We're born into our costumes, but I molded mine into myself, and that's why I've got stretch marks on my legs, because my legs were kicking since the day they were too weak to stand up, and my legs were dancing since the day they were too weak to walk. And that's why I fall all the time, and that's why I get scars, but I want people to know that I was dancing. And you're so much more beautiful when you're dancing than when you're laying down on a hospital bed surrendering yourself to a plastic surgeon who paid to make you look like plastic again, to make you look like a Barbie doll. But everybody knows Barbie dolls can't bend certain ways, and I want to bend all over the world in a flexible super costume of skin that gets stamped everywhere I go like a passport, so I can look back and remember and say, I got this stamp on the road to jealousy and this one on the road to joy, and they were both beautiful places to visit because I was alive when I visited them, and I want people to know I'm alive. You can't cut out the stamps on a passport because the pages looked prettier when they were bare. Well, it sounds pretty stupid when you say it like that, doesn't it? I want my skin to be a collage. I want my scars to be the vibrant reds, blues, and blacks splattered all over the blank canvas of a Jack Pollock painting, like he took all of his anger out and threw it at a black page. And I think that's beautiful, just like my scars. I think they're beautiful too, so please don't make them go away. Mom, these scars look like stars, and I would rather be a star than be plastic.